I wanted to do a little demo showing you how to make these custom name cars with Waterslide decals. And sometimes you get a car, we got to remove some of the graphics to make way for those Waterslide decals. Here's a good example. This BMW M3, really cool car. But what if I don't want some of those graphics? Now this one, I had to carefully remove some of those M stripes and the 3 on the door. But I actually kept the Pirelli, that little yellow and red decal. That's a tricky one. But an easier one, this green Viper, really cool car. I've got a bunch of them. How do we get rid of just enough of that black printing to make room for these name cards? I sell them on Etsy. Now, I'm using acetone here. It's basically nail polish remover. If you buy nail polish remover like from the grocery store, it may smell like really weird. Get some pure acetone. Go to your Lowe's, Home Depot, your home store. Pure acetone. Get some Q-tips. You can carefully remove some of those graphics if you need to make room for your Waterslide decals. It's a dangerous material too. Be careful. If you're old enough, you know, just don't blow stuff up with acetone. Highly flammable. That's the main concern. Okay, so we've got a Waterslide decal, and these are laser. Lasers recommended because you can get very detailed, very high resolution. And so the Waterslide decals, I just dip that in some water, and the warmer the water, the faster the decal is going to set up, and you'll be able to start sliding the decal from the backing. You'll see that happening right here. And with a small decal like it's easy to goof it up. But as long as you have enough water on it, you can move it around, and it's going to start drying like immediately. Depending on the paint, actually, I've realized like if it has kind of like a pearl finish, it'll kind of absorb and start drying faster, and you can actually add more water if you need to rehydrate the decal if you need to move it around more. And now this one, so this Viper, the green color, people love the green. Any kind of green Hot Wheels car people like, so I bought a crap ton of these Vipers. Okay, so the side looks good, but it's got a big blank hood. I figured if I'm selling these, I might as well do like a hood detail also. So I just came up with a design that kind of matches the door side graphics. And same process, a little easier when you've got like a bigger decal. And you can use tweezers, or I'll rearrange stuff with an X-Acto, just because my fingers are, you can't always get into tight spaces. Always have like an X-Acto if you need to grab an edge and kind of just slightly move it around. But hopefully you can get away with just doing it by hand. That one came off pretty good. The more you move it around, the more likely you're going to tear the decal, or you'll catch an edge and it starts overlapping on itself. The quicker you do it, the better. So those went on pretty good. I'm getting better at the Viper. Each car you work on, it's It's always a little different. Always good if you can practice on a certain model. And like I said, I bought a crap ton of these Vipers, and people love them. I sell these on Etsy. If you buy stuff on Etsy, or if you want to give a gift to someone who loves Hot Wheels, check out my listing on Etsy. Now, once you've laid down the graphic, I'll sometimes use a brush like this, just dipped in water. It's not acetone. Keep your water and acetone separate. All I'm doing, I'm basically squeegeeing any kind of air bubble out from underneath the decal. It's hard to avoid those completely, especially on larger decals. With smaller ones like this, you can get it pretty clean normally just by hand applying, but if you need to get rid of a little air bubble and make it sit completely flat on the paint, use a little paintbrush. Okay. Now, probably 75% of the cars I print actually use white ink. The green Viper was good because I could just match like the black printing with black toner from the laser, but it would be hard to see on this red car. So this is actually white toner made by a company called Ghost Toner. I think they're in the Netherlands or some weird European country. Shout out to Ghost. It's not cheap toner, but I've printed, probably 1,000 cars. Or, probably 800 cars using the white toner. And this someone had ordered. They just wanted specified Lamborghini, and I've got a bunch of Lamborghinis also. And so I picked this red car. I don't think they specify the red car, but from the order I thought, this may be Valentine's Day. Let me grab one of the red Lamborghinis. I don't think it arrived in time for Valentine's Day, but hey, whatever. It's on Etsy. The stuff ships when it's ready. So, so yes, very similar process. It's not a huge printable area on some of these cars. That's why I had to remove some of the factory printing on the Viper. But this Lamborghini, I believe it's the Aventador. Nice little spot for printing, but it's not very big, and it's kind of tough to get your fingers in there to remove the backing. So this is the point where things can go terribly wrong. And when I print these, I print about 2 extras because it's so easy to goof these up. It'll catch an edge, overlap on itself, and you gotta start over. I've done so many though, I rarely use any of my extra prints because I know how to get it to go on pretty good. It takes a lot of practice. So there we go. We got 2 cars, one with black toner, one with a white toner. And the key is to kind of match the default printing, or, the printing you would expect Hot Wheels or Matchbox to print on the car. So it looks kind of factory. Then, okay, you need usually 30 minutes. You could probably get away with 15 minutes of drying time. Let those Waterslide decals dry. Put it next to a fan if you need to. That'll make it go a little faster if you're on a deadline to get it to dry. Last part, you gotta put some clear gloss. This is Tester's Clear Gloss. Or if you look it up, Tester's Clear Coat, Cote. And I just hit it with a brush. It comes in a spray can, but I just sprayed into one of these little containers and then hit it with a brush, teeny little brush. And generally, you just need like one coat, and you're good. And then you need another 15 or 20 minutes of drying time, or actually like the clear coat. Unless you really globbed it on, it may only need like 5-10 minutes.